A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I don't need to tell you how crucial this matchup is with Miami and Notre Dame. This is the matchup that helped to decide the bracket last year. As you know, the committee was weighing who was the better team, Notre Dame or Miami. You better believe Notre Dame has some revenge on their mind as they were left out of the college football playoff last season, and Miami went on a run to the national championship game. A lot of drama here in this top 25 matchup. This should be epic. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Vaughn. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Motion from the wideout. The RPO, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And how about that start to this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Mensah. Zings it complete to the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy.
Trying to get it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Miami!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Running inside, it's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Under fire. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Hebert. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's got the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Puts it out of the air. Can't get him to the ground. Snags it and he's open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Looking for the tie with the extra point. How about being completely oblivious to the rush, standing in, delivering the football, and taking the big hit?
And everybody's going, yeah, I'm sure that's easy. Well, you do it with all those big boys breathing down your neck with bad intentions. They want to rip your head off, but you're just going to hang in there. You know, I'm going to stay calm, deliver the pass. Great job, great effort.
He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down coming up. They'll go right back to the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Across the 45. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Kringle. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's Mensah to throw. With the catch, it's Fletcher.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it, it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony. What he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw on the rock.
And I can't tell you how impressed I was with him. And not just catching the football, not the short stuff, the long stuff, the blocking. Like the consummate pro. That kid came in as a freshman and looked like he was a 21-year-old veteran. Like, I can't wait to watch his steps to see if he continues to grow and get better. Because the start was at a high level, as in one of the best in all of college football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Final play of the quarter coming. The give is to Williams. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hebert. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Canes. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Setting up for the extra point and the top. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Yeah, and these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
and comes onto the field ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team. Just there he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Throwing, Carr. Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Chains now on 2nd and long. Play action, C.J. Carr. Steps away to find some room. Finds his man, it's Flanagan. Good execution, they move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Here we go, ready. Good. Booster, booster. Right. Flat. Let's go.
Here's Carr to throw. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Wants to throw. It's Hebert. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2 and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to...
Caught, and he's got room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Hurricanes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Throwing, Mensah. Right on the money. They finally get him stopped. So dangerous after the catch, but this defense might get a little help from the officials here. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. Quarterback may change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back.
Is every day becoming flag day for this offense? 1st and 25 now.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? What a play behind the line. It'll be an 8-yard loss. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Fourth down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Mensah. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They really used the back speed there, well blocked, created a little crease for him, and he took off with it.
And I like the toss, getting out wide really quickly, especially for teams that want to bring pressure in the middle. They always got those backers coming fast. Now I get that edge, I get the ball in the perimeter, let my blockers do some work on the outside, make some big plays.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Hebert. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. Thrust that arm out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And you have to try to apply heat to the quarterback, but you have to know when it's too much. The roughing the passer penalty gives them a 1st down. Wants to throw it again. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. 4th down, Carr. Escapes the pressure to his right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. He'll bring it out. It's Vaughn. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Here's Mensah to throw. Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Tight end getting vertical.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the 3rd snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with the completion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Carr. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Dropping back, it's Carr. Buys a little time with his feet. Takes a hit as he fires. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing in football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Runs through a man. He might have some space. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Here's the pressure. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He'll take a shot. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's start with the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the number 23 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Broncos coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
They'll open the second half with a run. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's reeled in. It's Mobley. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Gain of 29 on the play. And that's a first down for the offense.
Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. They'll go to the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with second and 13. Play fake. Carr. Now improvising. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Carr from the gun on third down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Breaks the tackle. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Lots of running room. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And the offense can continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Hebert. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. Something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Oh, they're after him. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. The play-action fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They take the lead with the 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. To the air, it's Hebert. Bringing the heat. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd, fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. Now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
The Canes will try to convert on 4th down. There's some room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Mensah rushes on him. Still looking for a man. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he puts through the extra point. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Hebert. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
Throws to the tight end. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. Fires downfield. He's open on the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40, the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. Took it all the way back to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And what can you say about how good and how opportunistic this defense has been? That now their 2nd pick 6 in this game, and we know every single week they pride themselves on taking the football away. And they thought coming into this one, this quarterback might give them a couple, and they have made him pay. They have been lights out on the defensive side of the ball.
And the point after is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Miami! And what a...